out to the Ruger verse. Hold on, come on, man. Get it together, Reek Ruger. Shout out to the Ruger verse and all of my superstars. It is your boy Reek Ruger. And we got a couple topics to talk about, man. Let's wait for some people to get up in here. Kind of want to talk about a couple things. I told y'all I'm gonna be going live more, and I'm working on it. Definitely working on it. I be busy though. I ain't gonna hold you. I be busy. I'll be like, yo, I gotta find some time. Hold up. Yeah. Let's freak the motherfucking Ruger in the building. Ruger popping. Who can stop it? How y'all feel about Nicki Minaj? Yo, Nicki Minaj been speaking out. You heard? Nicki Minaj, she willing to put it all on the line. We gotta talk about that today. We gotta also talk about these ICE raids. I want to know like how y'all feel about like everything going on with ICE, and like we got to break everything down because United States is kind of going crazy right now. Like we making like other countries look like calm and peaceful at this point. Share the live out. Let's go ahead and get the party started. We got Sonya in the building. Shout out to the legendary Sonya. We got my man DK. Yo twice in the building. Shout out to Yo, man. I think Nicki Minaj is brave for what she be doing though. Cause you know the stature that Nicki Minaj is, like, she not nobody to be played with. Like, she got a track record of, you feel me, like music. Nicki Minaj done even been in movies. I don't know if y'all remember, she had like a cameo, and didn't she have a cameo in a Tyler Perry movie? I think she did, in Temptation. Nicki Minaj, like, regardless, she's nobody to be played with. So like when you see her coming out and like her back is against the ropes and she just swinging and she ready to hit something, and she going at like powerful people like Jay-Z and Beyonce, y'all know oh, let's hit the like button. We just went from 5 people in the chat to 30. Can I get a like? Can I get a like? Yeah, because we about to touch some sensitive topics, yeah. So YouTube might shut us down. You feel me? YouTube might suppress us a little bit, but it's all cool. We gonna rock out the way we rock out. We gonna talk unfiltered and everything. Should I tie-dye my Nike Tech? Nah, you don't. Come on, bro. Tie-dye your Nike Tech? For what? Why would you do that? You gotta leave that joint how it is. Hit that like button. Shout out to Sonya. I want to know how y'all feel about like Nicki Minaj and like her political views as well. Like, do y'all respect her for like siding with Trump? How y'all feel about that? Let me know in the chat. I keep on dropping my vape. Let me know how y'all feel in the chat. Like, are y'all rocking with how she feel about Trump? I don't smoke weed. I stand behind her. Because a lot of people, like, especially when you're an artist, it's kind of difficult for you to announce your political views. Mainly because, like, you never know, like, what side of the fence your fans are on. So it's risky. You feel me? Even me getting up here and, like, talking, like, politically is risky because you got to think about your audience. You got to think about, like, you might offend somebody. But y'all know me. I'm going to keep it real. And like I said from the beginning, like, we don't have to always agree. We could agree to disagree sometimes. I don't agree with everything Trump does. I don't agree with the fact that, like, he's a listed, you feel me, like, frequenter of the Epstein island. Although, you know, he came out and said, like, on Twitter or Truth Social, what he said? He was like, I've never been to the Epstein files. It's a comedian at the Grammys. Yeah, Trevor Noah. I don't know if y'all know him, but he wound up making a joke or whatever, talking about how Trump is probably upset that he can't go to Epstein Island no more. That's why he want to buy Greenland. It was, I mean, it was a little bit funny, you know. But of course, Trump, he came out. He said he gonna sue the dude, and he started talking crazy about him. We got Shay B in the building. Salute. He started talking crazy about him. He was like, Trevor Noah, if anybody even knows who that is. Trump petty as hell. But let's talk about, I mean, the Epstein files, disgusting. But y'all know what's going on with like those files. It's a ploy. You feel me? Like them dropping like all these names or whatnot. What does that really do? What does it really do? Like them dropping all those names if nobody's being prosecuted? The only person like involved in this Epstein situation that's ever been prosecuted or like held accountable. I appreciate the gift. Shout out to Joshua. Gifts are, you know what I'm saying? Gifts are definitely welcome, you know. I appreciate all the gifts, all the donations sent on this channel. It always helps push this content out further and give me, you know what I'm saying, more time, space, and energy to get it out there. But let's shoot down to Minnesota real quick. Y'all see what's going on in Minnesota? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was locked in. That day when they was out there and like protesting, I was so locked in. Shout out to Sonya with the yo, that was cute. The hamster in a hat or a gopher. Sonya sent me a groundhog. Yo. Shout out to Sonya. But I mean, when they was protesting, I'm not gonna lie, like I do like to see like people standing up for what they believe in and everything. And when you come out and you trying to speak against something that you don't agree with, political or social, whatever the case may be, that's the way you do it. You come out, you have a peaceful protest or whatnot. Sometimes you do got to take it to Malcolm X way. You got to put your hands on somebody. But the proper way is the way they did it. They spent their time, like they came out there in numbers, and they was like they was organized. I don't know if y'all seen, but like these people came out there like in numbers of like 400 to 500, and the numbers grew quickly too. They grew quickly out there. Like it went from being like 100 people, and then after RIP to Alex Preddy. But after the situation with Alex Preddy, man, that's when like that 100 people like multiplied by 5. Why they protesting? Do they really know? Some of them I don't know if they really know. Some of them I don't know if they really know because some people. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get my setup right. Get this phone on the charger. Some people I don't really know if they know for real like why they're protesting. Some people they kind of just get in where they fit in. Some people are looking to be a part of a crowd, and then like a lot of these protest events, you'll notice if you've ever participated in a protest or if you've ever even just watched the news during a protest, you'll notice that during a lot of these protests you have a lot of different like organizations that will show up like what is it called, anarchist, people pushing socialism, you know, like people that have they have no ties to the actual cause that's being protested. They're pretty much just there to incite a riot, low key, and then push on like their own agendas, you know. So like although there might be 500 people there, you got to take into account a lot of these people are being paid to be there, you know. Like a lot of these people are paid protesters. They're just to push an agenda, you know. Some people out there like for the genuine fact that they care. They're trying to make sure that whatever the cause, the case may be, you feel me, that their voices are being heard and that changes are being made. But then you got a lot of people, you'll be out there like with your sign. What was they saying? They had the sign up. They was like saying something about ICE leave. We want ICE out or whatnot. They want to shut down ICE. But is that really a good idea? Let me know how y'all feel about that. Is that really a good idea to just shut the whole ICE program down? I got a friend right now that's at a bus station. You feel me? I talked to her earlier. She's at a bus station in Chicago. And she let me know ICE was there. ICE was in the building. and she's of Hispanic descent, so she was a little nervous, and I had to remind her because some people like they get confused by this. So if you're a legal citizen, you got nothing to worry about. If you're here illegally, you have everything to worry about. But if you were here, like if you were born here, you have a birthright. You're a legal U.S. citizen. If you're not here under legal causes, like of course, like you're gonna have problems. One thing, most of the immigrants we have in the U.S. are hardworking people. I agree. I agree. You do have a lot of hard workers. You do have a lot of hard workers. You do have a lot of workers that are here to outwork the next man because they know like they got a lot against them. But also on the other side of the coin, you got to realize that we can't go. You can't go to China and live there illegally and start drawing money from their economy. You know, start like providing a life for yourself and your family and be considered like a citizen there just because you're there. Like, nah, just because you're contributing, you're working, you might be helping build a bridge, you might be helping build a railroad. It doesn't matter, you're still there illegally. You still need to like, I think sometimes we look at it as like just the humanity standpoint, because when it comes to humanity, like it is, I'm not gonna lie, like some of the scenes that we see on the news, it is brutal. It is like harsh realities when you see people being split from their families. But let's get one thing straight, right? So about 2 weeks ago, there was a situation where a little boy was picked up by ICE agents. He was like a 5-year-old boy. Y'all remember the little boy with the hat? Yeah, the little boy was picked up, and social media quickly ran and turned the situation into issue is they're coming up to people that are citizens and bullying them. That's a big issue, Sonya. I'm about to touch on that too. After we talk about this little boy, I'm gonna touch on that too, because you got some people that are just out of pocket. Some people they do too much and they go too far. You know, you got a job to do your job. Don't start harassing like citizens or whatnot just because they have a difference of opinion. But so what? You do your job, you move on. You know, you don't have to like argue with citizens. Like you're literally a public servant. Don't argue with the people. You feel me? When I was in the military, when we were deployed overseas, you got some people in the Middle East that appreciated our presence. They felt like they were protected, like seeing us there. But then you had other people that are nationalists, you feel me, and that they just believe in their country and that they don't need outside help. So guess what? We got shunned by those people. But is it our place to disrespect them, put them down, or make them feel like any sort of less than? Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all being here. This is a real conversation. I know like it's some of these conversations, they get too deep, you know, like feelings get involved. I'm not trying to sway anybody's opinions. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just speaking like from what I see and from my perspective. But when you go to certain countries, some people they don't want you there. They don't want the US help. They're not interested in your protection or whatnot. They're cool with things the way they are. They kind of feel like your presence is bullying them. You know, like they feel like, you feel me, like they're under like scrutinization when they see your presence. And then you have other people on the other side of the fence that feel like safe. They'll feel safer knowing that you're there. But when it comes to ICE, let's talk about the little boy. So the little boy with the hat that the ICE agents took to McDonald's. So social media about 2 weeks ago was in an uproar. And I mean, the reason being was because from the pictures that were seen, the story was spent to seem like it was a situation where the little boy was from his parents because his parents were illegal immigrants or whatnot. But some of the details that are being left out of this story is the fact that when the ICE agents, like when they seen this person or whatnot, the dad left. You know, like he was trying to evade them or whatnot, and the ICE agents, them like picking up the little boy and taking him to go to McDonald's and everything. That was them like just trying to like pamper him and take care of him in the meantime while they tried to connect him with his dad. You know, so it wasn't like they just split the little boy up from his family or whatnot. Hold on, real quick. It wasn't like that. But social media, they're gonna spin stories out of control because, I mean, outrage and making people emotional, it brings the money. That's what's gonna bring the money. That's gonna bring the clicks, the views, the attention, everything. I don't think they should be harassing citizens. Like let's talk about Alex Preddy though, and let's be real. Let's be real when we talk about Alex Preddy, because I was watching the situation. Like, I tuned into the news probably shortly after Alex Preddy was gunned down. What I saw from the clips they were showing, like from different angles or whatnot, it appears that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not right about everything, but it appears that certain individual was under investigation or whatnot. Alex Preddy was going to confront them. I don't agree. Like, why? Like, when you look at the video, punching them, what I'm saying? I clearly got this person under control. Like, and with law enforcement, the way they look at it as the more officers that they have, like, on a suspect. Hold on, it gets blurry. The more officers that they have on a suspect, right? The way they look at it is the less, you feel me, the less likelihood that the suspect or officers are going to be injured and like while somebody is being detained. But when you look at this video, there's like five to six people like on this dude punching them. You feel me? Like they clearly have this person under control. So it's unclear what happened when he was on the ground. Shout out to Nana, like Nana, you're in the building. Right now we're talking about ICE. And I did let them know about even like their presence where you're at, you feel me, in Chicago. But when you look at this video with Alex Preddy, you see that they clearly have the suspect under control. Clearly. I appreciate y'all filling in the people that are new to the live, filling them in on what we're talking about so we could keep the conversation going. Clearly they got the dude under control. Why'd you shoot him? Why you shoot him? You felt like you had to do that? You felt like that was just like, when I heard the pop or whatnot, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've seen so many things in life. There's not much that surprises me at this point, but that was shocking. That was shocking because it's like, you shot him? Wow. Like, the father y'all couldn't control this situation, so you shot him. That was unfortunate. That was very unfortunate because that's not what this program is designed to do. This program is designed to protect, you feel me, like legal citizens by making sure that we remove the illegal citizens. However, as legal citizens or whatnot, when you see like somebody being like investigated or whatnot, it's not your business to be trying to go over there and confront nobody. Like, you don't even, a lot of times, like, I'm seeing these videos like popping up, they're surfacing online. Shout out, we got 1010 in the building. We got these videos popping up online where you'll see like random citizens, kind of like these police audits, where these people, they'll go up there bothering the police. I've seen people like literally like going up the police like while a policeman is on their lunch break. And y'all know, like, I've been in my own legal trouble or whatever. It's not like I'm saying I'm best friends with the police, but I understand like what they're doing. Like, I understand the assignment. But when I see like random people like going up to them just to mess with them, to fuck with them, they over there like, you got people knocking on their glass. They on lunch break. You might see a dude, he chilling, he over there eating his sandwich and shit, and then you see a random motherfucker knock. And it's like, bro, like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, sit your dumb ass down, bro. And then the dude talking about, I seen one dude, he did a police audit. He gonna knock on the dude's window. What you doing over here? Shouldn't you be fighting crime? And it's like, I had to like when I think about it, I be trying to put myself in that position. Like if I'm this dude, like I'm at work, I'm on my lunch, and like you random weirdos come up to my window, bro, I'm gonna be so fucking tempted to put my hands on you and hurt you to teach you a lesson, break your camera, and I know you can't do that. You feel me? Because you're a public servant. But bro, it's just like this whole social media era and like everybody trying to go viral is getting out of control. But I say that to say this. So when you see like these dudes that are confronting ICE agents, bro, that's really not none of your business. Like you need to go back behind the protest lines for real. Why are you running up on a police officer with a weapon? You feel me? Like mind you, like you got your right to bear arms. Like Minnesota is a legal carry state, so you could have it on you. But bro, like when you like, come on, you know how people be. Like you trying to run up on them hostile. You got that thing on you. You feel me? It's clear that you got it on you. You feel me? From your boastfulness and your bravery or whatever. And then like you come over there like trying to question what's going on, not even understanding the whole situation. Simpson in the building. Salute to you, brother. That's yo, like that's weird. Like you don't expect nothing to happen to you. You like I said, and mind y'all, like for those of y'all that are just getting in here, I did say R.I.P. to Alex Preddy. You feel me? But to be real, like bro, y'all gotta like people gotta stop doing like just weird shit. If you like life and you respect your life and you love your family and you gotta be here for people, don't be putting yourself in situations like that. Cause I'm looking at like these people, they was throwing it was this video I seen online. People were throwing like snowballs at the ICE agents when they was riding by or whatnot. You feel me? Because they had just confronted an illegal an illegal citizen and they arrested him. And they over there throwing snowballs like wild things is going on. And it's like what's wrong with y'all? Like you don't even know what's going on. That's when the police officer, and I'm glad that the ICE agent rolled the window down to say something, because once he rolled the window down and checked them, guess what they did? Closed their fucking mouth. Cause you know why? He told him, he said, you know, while y'all are over there trying to interfere with an investigation I'm conducting, you don't even realize that this dude is under investigation for SA and child touching. And y'all over here protesting for him. That could have been your child. That could have been you he SA'd. But you don't even know what's going on, and you just blindly like ready to like jump in front of a gun and jump in front of an investigation and obstruct justice. Like, come on now. Okay, let's get back to the Nicki Minaj situation. Okay, so we'll touch more back on this ICE topic because it's a sensitive topic, and I know, you feel me, and I'm not saying like I'm in full support of everything they do, you know, because like I said, like there's room for error in every field. Everywhere you go, every occupation, there's gonna be room for error. There's gonna be people that take it too far, you know. But I respect what they're doing to keep America safe. You feel me? That's the real mission. Because you feel me, like when you got all these people that are coming from all these different places, undocumented, things start to get out of control. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know who's who. Like, at least where we are, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a person has, like, a record of doing things, you feel me? It'll be in the system. You'll know. You got people that have, like, these egregious charges in other countries, and then they come over here, and you don't know who's who. Like, you know when you pull up the red dots for your neighborhood, it's easy to say, you know, like America will never be safe, but I mean, what place in the world is like truly just safe all the time? You know, exactly. The world would never be safe. The only thing we can do is our best, you know, to keep things safe for our people, our citizens, our families, and live life to the best as we can. But going back to before we segue, y'all know how like you could pull up on your map like the SAs or the SOs, I should say, the offenders in the area. When you move somewhere, it'll show you red dots. It'll even give you like their name and info, like so that way you can be aware that there's an offender that lives near you. That that's important. That's important to know, because these type of people, they can't go to schools, they can't be around like parks, anywhere that children reside. They're supposed to be like blocked off from those areas. And it's good to be able to know who's who when you go somewhere. That way, you feel me? Like you're in full, like, I'm saying, at least you have a little bit control over, like, okay, like this area clearly has, like, I'm saying, like numerous of them or whatever. So I don't really want to put my kids around that. And you can make that decision. You feel me? But when you have people that are undocumented and you don't really know who's who, that's when, like, it becomes too much of a wild card. So when these things happen, like, they're not as easy to prevent, you know. But we can go back to Nicki Minaj. I see a few people in the chat that are still interested in that topic. Let's get to some of these comments first, though. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hitting the like button is free. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We're going to be going live a lot more. And this is what we do over here in the Rugerverse. We had these real conversations. Sometimes it's going to hit some soft spots. It's like we kind of in a room, we arguing. At the end, like, we might all come out tired and everything, but it's still all love. It's all love. You feel me? We can agree or disagree, but I hope that you at least see where I'm coming from with these things. In all honesty, those two shootings happened because of the policies of the mayor and governor not allowing the police to do crowd control. I want to touch on that, Samson Simpson, because that's a great point. Because a lot of people don't remember, like, the governor of Minnesota is Tim Walz. Let's go back to the election period where Kamala Harris was running for president. Some people don't remember, but the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, he was her running mate. He was the vice president. He was running for vice president alongside Kamala Harris. One of the main pushbacks that Tim Walz was getting was the way he runs Minnesota. And people were saying, like, as a vice president, how can you be in control of how can you have control over the United States when you can't even control Minnesota? The policies that he has are so weird and backwards. Like, we were just talking about, like, the topic of SA offenders and whatnot. Tim Walz, one of the things that he agrees for in his state is that he believes that transition for children should be legal. He believes that, like, a children is of age to make the decision to decide whether they want to be a boy or a girl at the age of 10, 12 years old. That's one of the things that he advocates. Tim Walz is a very weird guy. And also, like, he made it so that this is what they're calling it now, sanctuary states. He made it so that Minnesota is a sanctuary state. Do you know what that means? Pretty much he's trying to relinquish the police of their power, or the ICE agents, the federal government. That's pretty much what it is. He doesn't like Trump. Clearly, you feel me? They go back and forth all the time. He doesn't agree with his policies or whatever. And, like, he does, like, pretty much the opposite of whatever's going on in the White House, whatever's going on in Washington. Like, he just decides that he's just going to do the opposite, like a kid, like a childish little man that wants kids to be able to change to boys and girls willingly, back and forth. Only the terrible thing is, once you change, you can't go back. But he thinks that a kid can make a decision like that. And this is like somebody that a lot of people, even some people in the chat, are defending right now. So Sonya, get Nightman out of here for me, please. Yeah, but this is the type of guy that's running this state. Like, so when you see, like, the police are limited in their abilities to control these crowds, that's all a reflection of the policies he's putting in place to maintain Minnesota being a sanctuary state. Thank you, Sonya. To maintain, being a sanctuary state, meaning that, like, if you're illegal, you can come here and we're going to provide our churches and different like areas for you to pretty much take refuge. You'll be safe from ICE over here, which is just backwards as hell, dude. It's like, bro, like you're anyway. Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki Minaj isn't innocent, like it's one thing when you fall out with people and then now you decide to become a truth teller. Whereas like you could have been like saying these things from the very beginning, but it's going to affect you in your career, your livelihood, so you keep those things under wraps. The fact that she's willing to come out at all, I respect it. I respect it. The fact that she's willing to voice her political views to the world, I respect that. Because she knows that it's gonna affect her. Like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift came out and spoke out against Trump, right? She made it known that she's a liberal, like she's a Democrat, and that's fine, that's fine. But you feel me? Like she also had to be under the understanding that it would also affect her fan base, and she's one of the biggest pop stars that there is in modern day. So it took her bravery, you feel me, to be able to speak out against Trump, but then also like when you're in that position, you got to deal with whatever comes with it. Nigga has claimed Republican since the 2012 song with Lil Wayne, where she talked about voting for Mitt Romney. Right, right. But Nicki Minaj clearly like I don't know her, I don't know her motives, like for why these people do what they do. I'm not sure, like, I'm saying, why everybody does what they do. But I think the message that she's putting out there and like the stance that she's taking is a very brave one. You feel me? Like standing on something that she believes, and they're willing to go against elites, you feel me, to make sure that people understand like what's going on. Like she put a post out there. Shout out to Dep HNIC. I seen this on his page. He reposted a tweet from her where she showed that when Jay-Z met Aaliyah, like he had like a booed up picture where, he got Aaliyah under the arm looking like R. Kelly. And Aaliyah was like 15 when Jay-Z was 26. Then it shows that like when he met Beyonce, and it shows another picture like him booed up with her, Beyonce was like 27. I mean, he was 27 and Beyonce was like 16. I want to ask y'all about that too. Cause I did some, like after I saw that, I did some digging, right? Like, cause I wanted to see like, and these states, New York, like these certain states, like what is the legal age of consent? Cause some of these people, they make it seem like it's okay to be with a 16-year-old. Mind you, I got a 16-year-old son. And if I catch a grown-ass woman sliding in his DMs or pulling up on him and trying to sexualize my 16-year-old son, I'm going to be livid. I'm going to be mad as hell, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get you out of the way. Whether that be like making sure like the law gets involved or whatnot and ruining you, or getting somebody to whoop your motherfucking ass. Because I'm not playing that. I don't give a damn like that. That's a boss move, but I'm sure he would think so. Liberal trigger. I'm sure he would think so. It'd be a boss move for him to like be talking to like a 30-year-old at 16. But my ex-husband is 19 years older. I was 23 when I met him. But see, you were legal. You were at a legal age of consent. So even with that age gap, like that's fine. Only time like sometimes I think that it creates like a gap of inexperience sometimes, because it's like this person has been like living a lot longer or whatnot. So, but I mean, some people like Sonya, like I've talked to Sonya personally, and Sonya, you feel me, is like she's a lot wiser than you know what I'm saying, than her age gives. Sonya's a young woman, but she has that wisdom of somebody with an older spirit. But I'm not playing that. You're not about to be flirting with my son or whatnot. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like it's gonna take a lot for me not to get somebody to fuck your ass up. If somebody start trying to talk to my damn son, it's gonna take a lot for me to not get you hurt. So like on the flip side, when you see like these dudes talking to these 16-year-old girls, I always thought like, what the hell? I mean, what the hell would you see in a 16-year-old girl anyway? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know like some of these dudes, these Epstein file guys, they got these weird fetishes. Nah, I don't like weed, bro. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I'm good on weed. These Epstein file type characters, they're into all these like child fetishes or whatnot. So I looked it up. I'm like, I see like Jay-Z like met Beyonce when she was 16. And I looked up online and it said that in a lot of states that 16 is the legal age of consent. What? I'll be right back. I'm gonna just let y'all think about that. Look it up. Look it up. For real. I ain't making this shit up. Look it up. We got 18 people in the building, 19 people in the building. Please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. All gifts and donations are definitely appreciated. You heard? Look it up. I ain't believing either. I said, what the hell? I said, what the fuck? Sonya, look, I got off the camera for a second and everybody left. Yeah, chill out. Come back. Come back. Baby, come back. Shout out to Sonya with the donation. All donations are definitely appreciated, y'all. It definitely helps further the channel, you feel me, and keep me making content. But anyway, I just like spending time with y'all anyway. I like having these conversations. I'm kind of mind blown that I put the camera down for. I'm not gonna lie, I was doing an experiment. I wanted to see if I put the camera down where everybody still staying. I was wrong. If I catch a grown ass woman talking to my son, I might have to yoke your ass up, man. Like, what the fuck is you doing? What the fuck you doing picking my son up from school? You all right? Are you good? Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You got DHK, he said you ain't lying. You have other countries that are that way as well. Nah, facts. Facts. What's going on with y'all? How y'all day been? Talk to me. Talk to me. What y'all got going on? We done talked about Nicki Minaj. We done talked a little bit about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj says she gonna expose that they be like participating in like the dark arts, black magic. But over here we like, what you exposing? We been knew that. we been knew that. What you exposing? We been knew that. We been knew that it was evil as fuck, that couple. We been knew that was like a demonic relationship. We been knew that. But I like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're coming out to confirm it. You're coming out to like tell your side of the story. I'm interested to know like what offers were made to you. I'm interested to know like, is this some sort of retribution? Are you like paying it forward? That like you're atoning for your sins that you've done? Because Nicki Minaj, I know you're not innocent. I know you partook in a lot of this stuff. I've seen like the different like demonic symbols in your music and your videos. and your cover art. So the fact that you coming out against these other people, thank you. You feel me? I appreciate it. It definitely helps like push the push the envelope. But come on now. Like you know what I'm saying, we know you was involved. I'm glad that you decided to get out because you feel me, like what is it worth a man to gain the world and lose their soul? So I'm glad that you're finally coming out and speaking on that. Brody from the Wire. Who who I look like from the Wire? People will sell their souls for a bag. Yeah, facts. Every day. They'll definitely sell their soul for a bag. People be willing to sacrifice their own people for a bag. They'll sacrifice their whole family, some people. I've had people like that I've known that literally like are putting themselves out there like as far as to say like they're trying to like have the Illuminati contact them or whatnot. Like and it, like the dumbasses that I've heard say stupid shit like that. Nobody has ever contacted them, whatever. I guess they didn't deem them like special enough, or like maybe their soul. Maybe they looked at them and like, man, get your cheap ass soul out of here. Fuck you. They look at them, fuck your soul, nigga. You can keep it. That's bad when the devil turn your soul down. Like, man, get your dusty ass soul up out, man. Just he kick your ass. Get your stupid ass soul up out of here, man. Nobody want that shit. You don't even want that shit. You don't even like life. What I'm gonna do with that? I'm gonna do with that soul. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. That's actually down bad that she's with that man. Oh, is that his name? Is that Nicki Minaj's? Is that his name? Kenneth Petty. Anyway, yeah, they say that the dude that she's with is like a predator. You know, like from what I heard about the situation, it was something like let me get your dumb ass out of here, you stupid motherfucker. You got people like this that just come to derail the conversation, just hide you. But yeah, the person she's dating, apparently like they're saying something along the lines of he was like convicted of grape, in which I think he was like 21 and the girl was 17, something along those lines. And he's like convicted of grape for real, which is kind of weird. It's like, yo, like, come on, bro. There's mad people out here. Like, why, Nikki? Why you want to be with? I'm not saying people don't change and all that, but grape is crazy. I can see you like forgiving somebody of certain crimes. You feel me? They explain what happened. You know, like, but certain things, like, come on, grape, SA, like child chomo type charges. That's not really. I mean, you'll be forgiven by God, but that's like. Let me talk to y'all about this too. That's kind of like there's been like a trend online where people with like venereal diseases like HIV, herpes, like full blown AIDS have been coming out and making an argument that they're having such a hard time in the dating marketplace finding love and finding like people that actually want to be with them for them. But it's like if I could be with somebody that's clean, not referring to your hygiene, I'm referring to like your sexual wellness. If I could be with somebody that's clean, like why am why I'm gonna want to be with somebody with HIV? I get it. I've been listening to like people talk about how like nowadays like they can become undetectable with medicines and stuff like that. But it's like even yet and still, if I could be with somebody that don't got nothing, why would I like? Come on, like I be thinking like if you got that, don't be mad at the world and like shun the world because like once you tell somebody like that's a deal breaker, you probably need to be with somebody that like is in the same situation for real, and that's where you'll be able to find your love at. That's kind of hard, like trying to convince somebody because a lot of people are gonna look at that as a death sentence. A lot of people will look at that as like a death sentence, yo. I'm just being real. Like some people, and that might not be what it is. I'm not real like well versed in the topic, but some people will literally look at that as a death sentence. Like, why I'm gonna get with you, and you got this, and I don't got that. There's always a chance that you could give me this. I done seen people like get like they'll have sex with somebody with HIV unknowingly, and it'll kill them quicker than the person. Like, come on, man. Hell no. I know a person that he he had sex with a girl and then he lost his virginity to this girl, which is crazy. Like this dude lost his virginity to this girl with HIV, and she gave him full blown AIDS. And you mad that somebody's not willing to take that risk? Stop playing. Like be for real. Be for real. Now you got all these people. Yeah, Sonya, you see what I told you about the trolls? That's what you got to look forward to. Shout out to Sonya. Sonya's gonna be starting her channel really soon. I need everybody to go over there and support her when she does. You know, like you can even go over there now. She has a channel. You can go over there now. Subscribe to Sonya Funto. She's a great woman. She's going to be putting out a lot of good content for y'all. Stay tuned. But for now, please go over there and subscribe to her when you get a chance. But yeah, Sonya, get ready to deal with it. A lot of trolls on these YouTube streets. It's funny though. We just ignore them and keep it moving. But we've been talking about some real topics. We talked about Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z. I don't know how we got over where we at right now. I don't know how we got here where we talking about the people, the HIV people looking for love. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I was in prison with a dude, right? This dude had HIV. And like I said, like I don't know how all that works. Like the dude apparently like this is what happened. Like, so I had a homeboy, right? This is my homeboy from the streets. So when this dude comes in, like they put the dude in his room, and immediately when we seen the dude like coming up the stairs and stuff, we just looking like, cause he was like a scrawny, like nerdy kind of guy. So when we seen him, it was like, what the hell he do to get in here? So eventually, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's when he came up with his roommate or whatever, put him in a room with him. So like shortly after, like that's when my homeboy told me next time I seen him when we was out for rec, he told me, he was like, bro, the dude got HIV, bro. And I'm like, yo, like they put him in a room with you? Damn, son. And he like, yeah, bro, like the dude was shaving and bleeding all over the place. I said, bro, fuck no. I said, yo, you gotta get him up out of there. Oh, somebody told me my connection is bad. Appreciate you letting me know. Hold on, I might have to come back in. Yo, testing. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Really real, salute. So I was talking about the dude. He got moved into the room with my homeboy. And when he got in there, that's when, oh damn, it's still bad. We're gonna have to save this for another time. We're gonna make that a story time. Cause I gotta tell you that story. That story is crazy. Shout out to the Rugerverse and all of my superstars. It is your boy Reek Ruger. I got a couple things coming up too. I got a battle coming up. Be on the lookout for me versus Rap Ref. The battle of the double R's, Reek Ruger versus Rap. I'm told I'm still glitching. It's all good. Salute to everybody that showed up. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Share this live out though, because we talked about some good topics. We talked about some good topics today. Facts. Facts. I'm gonna post that link so y'all can also be tuned in with the battles I got coming up. We just dropped some new music. Shout out to Yo Twice, Android Wiggins. We got a song called This Ain't Battle Rap. That song is fire. That song is fire. Y'all check that out. Run the numbers up on it for me, please. You heard? I got a lot of new music coming out soon. Also, stay tuned because these battles about to get crazy. I got some shit I got to get off my chest. But until then, shout out to the Rugerverse. It is your boy Reek Ruger, and I am your voice. Salute.